this morning. Ang mga balaan, yun ang sikatasan sa mga sige po Lord God, nasa po sa tabang Ginoo. Thank you so much, Lord God. In the moment, Ginoo, thank you so much, Ginoo, sa life ng getting sa mo, Ginoo. And we Ginoo, in this morning, Ginoo, is magiging ko po ng knowledge, Ginoo, skills, ang mga pagkakas sa mga. Sala kami sa sala, din kami napakis. Pulang sabat sa kamuna na, in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Vin. So today, classmates, we will going to discuss the episode 14. Next slide, please, Josh. So if ever nga magpa-quiz me, so take down notes lang mo, classmates. So ay mag-check sa akong attendance, guys, ha. Sorry. Wait. So guys, say present if your name is called. So Mary Grace Asinas. Mary Grace Asinas. Wala siya. Aliaga Faith.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Amoncio Baby Ann.
Present, ma'am.
Aninloy Melka.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Aninloy Sweetheart.
Present, ma'am.
Bintulan Corinne. Bintulan Corinne. So Buklasan Darlene.
Present, ma'am.
Carreras Charlotte.
Present, ma'am.
Quezon Zar. Zar. Daaka Tyrone.
Present, ma'am.
Daganloy Ivan. Daganloy Ivan. Daigon Misi. Daigon Misi. Dumaya Valerie. Dumayaw Valerie. Islaw Mark.
Present.
Pumunan Bert Jones.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Ibabaw Gian.
Present, ma'am.
Lagat Roxanne.
Present, ma'am. Good morning.
Aurelia Catherine. Monsanto Keith.
Present, ma'am.
Oliva Vin.
Present, ma'am.
Paradero Mark.
Present, ma'am.
Parba Eliza. Parba Eliza. Peria Joshua. Batutla Kyra.
Present po, ma'am.
Ponce Bernadine.
Present, ma'am. Present, Present, ma'am. Perpetua, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Revilla Pinky. Revilla Pinky. Romero Maricar.
Present, ma'am.
Ruhas Kathy.
Present, ma'am.
Okay, Sases Irish.
Present, ma'am.
Sausal CG. Sausal CG. Saya Mirafil.
Present, ma'am.
Tagadia Jasmine.
Present, ma'am.
Yung bai, Ryan? Yung bai, Ryan? Okay, so thank you guys. So, okay, Mirapel, noted. Noted, Shaira. So, next slide, Josh, please. So, before we start in our discussion, so magpa-game sa ta, no? So, this game called Instawo. So, all you need to do is to guess the word. Oh, noted, Parba. Noted, Eliza. So, this game, all you need to do is to guess the word with the points hint that you will see based on the hint that I will give to you. So, I will ask JD to tap the piece of puzzle numbered vertically. Next slide up, JD, please. So, so I will call JD to tap the pieces of puzzle numbered vertically. So, if ay as if nato nga kanang number 1 is kanang sa upper right, ay upper left, then kuan dayon ang iyang, so number 2 then ang iyang tapad, number 3, number 4, number 5, and so on. So ako lang ignon si kuan ha nga itap siya, then i-guess din ninyo ang word based on the kanang pieces of puzzle nga picture. Na-guess ninyo, class? Okay, so na-guess. So mag-start na ta. So please, JD, itap ang number 6 nga pieces of puzzle. 5, 6. So you may raise your virtual hands if you know the word exactly. Number 11, Josh.
Ano yun, Janice?
Number
Sorry,
11.
sorry.
Number 11 po. So wala pa yung nakabalo sa word. So number 8, Josh. Number 10. Number 12. So you may raise your hand if you know the word na, guys. Number 5. So one word lang siya, guys. So Keith,
Technology?
i-show Josh. So Keith is correct. So this picture
Sira na ako eh.
tells about technology. So number 2, please stop number 6, Josh. Number 8, 10, and 12. And number 5, Faith Aliaga, you are acknowledged.
Computer.
Other answer, please. Pwede ra pod siya, bro. Number 10, Josh. Catherine.
Living, ma'am, in a modern world.
Maybe. So, ang editor, dito itong gipangita, no? Joshua, David,
Learning, ma'am.
pwede siya. Keith, Keith Brian,
Learning? Hindi man po to learning.
hapit na. Irish.
Online learning, ma'am.
Yes, correct. So kindly please show the word, Josh. Right, online learning. So thank you guys. So these words, technology and online learning, are connected to our topic later. So keep on listening because it is very important for us future teacher in planning to integrate technology and use a platform for the development of e-learning or online learning. So please, next slide, Josh. So we are going to discuss the episode 14 entitled Utilizing Learning Management System or the LMS. Next slide. So our objectives for today is at the end of this learning episode, we must be able to identify the components of an LMS as a virtual learning environment, demonstrate skills in using a learning management system or the LMS as a platform for teaching and learning, demonstrate positive attitude towards use of technology tools, and use professional reflection and learning to improve practice. Next slide, please. So what is learning management system? So any idea if unsa ang LMS or the learning management system? Nakabalo ba mo unsa ang learning management system? Okay, so wala. So next slide, Josh. Next slide, please. So LMS is a course organizer software. So if we say course organizer software, it is a tool that helps plan, manage, and keep track of courses or classes, whether they are for school, college, or online learning. In other words, it is a digital planner. So in simple term, it is a website or app that help people learn and teach online. And also it helps teachers plan, create, manage, and deliver online education programs. So example ani no, one main example yun nato na ginagamit nato nowadays is kani yung Google Classroom. So LMS is where teacher can monitor student progress. So ma-monitor nila ang student progress, can see student works, kanang mga compilations of works of students, tracks deadline, so naay mga deadline of the activities, and provide alternative assessment if needed. So next slide, please. So these are the most common ones or the most example of LMS platforms. First is the Canvas. So familiar na ba mo ning Canvas? Kuan, please tap the like button if you are familiar with the Canvas. So si Eliza no familiar sa Canvas, si Catherine, si Bernadine. So ang Canvas, it is a cloud-based learning management system. It delivers online courses, assignments, and quizzes and grades. It's known for its user-friendly interface and integration with many educational tools. So, si Canvas ga-integrate siya og many educational tools to um kanang ga-integrate siya og many educational tools for kanang many purposes. And second is the model or the modular object-oriented dynamic learning environment. It supports customizable course creation, quizzes, discussion, forums, and collaborative learning. So kani siya in model, we can download course content that support offline mode such as files, pages, quizzes, and more. Also, we can we can read downloaded materials offline. So maka-access ta sa materials offline such as kanang mga modules ana. And when mag-reconnect ta, the app sync your progress back to the server. So if mag-reconnect ta, if asa ka na putol or nga na mo draft ra siya no, so ang app mag-sync ra ayang progress back to the server. And third is the Google Classroom. So common naman ni sa atoa where this is what we used when we have an asynchronous and synchronous classes kana mag-online class ta supported with the Google Meet. It helps sorry, it helps teachers manage assignments, communicate with students, and organize class materials efficiently. And fourth is the Microsoft Teams. A collaboration platforms allows teachers to host virtual classes, share files, assign homework, and communicate with students in real time. And kaning CISO, it is an interactive digital portfolio platform primarily used in elementary and middle schools. It enables students showcase their works through photos, videos, and drawings while allowing teachers and parents give feedback. And diri jud mismo maka-create ta and maka-customize ta og activities with built-in tools. So dili pareha sa uban LMS platform nga limited siya sa pagbuhat og activities. Nay uban teachers, di ba nay uban teachers i-upload na lang nila daan ang file, magbuhat sila sa docs baka ingana. So i-upload na lang nila daan ang file or ang activities ay ma-access sa students. But in kaning CISO, pwede ta nga diri gyud ta mismo magbuhat sa atong activities or sa atong modules ingana. So buhaton nila daan ang lesson or activities using different tools or built-in tools gyud diri sa CISO. And then yeah, mao na siya nga maka-make ta og customized activities. And kani si Genyu e-learning, it is a Philippine-based online learning platform, the local one, designed for K to 12 education. So it provides interactive lesson, multimedia content, quizzes, and teacher tools to support both online and blended learning. So question, what are some LMS platform or website and app do you usually use in online learning? So give only one and unsa usually imong ginabuhat ana nga website or app if you visit them. Like kanang magpass og assignment or maghimog activities and all. So naa ba? So what are some LMS platform or website or any app nga imong gina-use usually in online learning? And unsa imong ginabuhat if you visited that app? Catherine?
Ma'am, kanang Microsoft, ma'am, dira din ko mag-create og essay or mag-answer sa mga assignments or activities nga i-assign sa teacher.
Okay, thank you, Catherine. So, Microsoft kang Catherine, no? Anyone? Naa pa? Okay, I guess wala na. So, next slide, John. Ate Bernadine?
Good morning, ma'am. So, ang ako kay kuan Google Classroom yun. So akong ginabuhat kay tanaw na ako kung naapay gi-assign ang teacher nga mga activities tapos at ansiran dahil na ako through kanang sa Word tapos i-insert din diha, ma'am. I-pass diha sa Google Classroom. That's all, ma'am.
Okay, so common na gid kayo ang Google Classroom now. So mao gid atong mostly ginagamit every day if naatay mga activities and announcements sa teachers, easily kuan na gid siya accessible. So next slide please. So as we have learned from our TTL 1 and 2, LMS have features and functions that help teachers manage an online classroom. So take note, these features and functions are called by different names depending on the LMS platforms that is being used. So lahi-lahi ni sila kanang names if kanang lahi-lahi pod nga LMS platform atong gamiton. So example, if kana number one, dashboard. So sa other LMS platform, matawag ni siya og home or homepage, main page or dashboard home. So kaning dashboard, it allows the teacher to see all his or her class or course cards. So example ani in Google Classroom no sa dashboard, it shows all the classes nga atong gina-enrolled and upcoming tasks. So makita nato ang kanang mga pending nga activities nato, and also makita nato kung atong mga missing nga na no. So it helps teachers and students stay organized. So ang other names ani is the homepage, main page or dashboard home. And number two is the module container. It uploads modules and organize them. So makita nato example gyapon ani na gyapon nato siya makita sa Google Classroom no, where katong classwork makita nato dito ang mga modules or resources or activities nga gina-upload nga file ni teacher. And also sa other platform, ginatawag ni siya nga course module, content module, or learning module. And third is the sandbox, a workspace that will enable teachers to make drafts or explore the functions and practice setting up a subject or course. So it is a platform that allows teacher to test, posting lessons and assessments before publishing. Pwede magbuhat si teacher og activity and magdrafting siya or i-save as a draft niya, aya niya i-publish and aya niya i-upload um, sa platform na iyang ginagamit to easily access. And sa uban platform, ginatawag ni siya nga demo course, draft course, or instructor sandbox. And number four is the announcement. So makita na to ang announcement. Communicate with students regarding instructions, reminders, and changes. So again, in Google Classroom gyapon, makita nato sa katong stream, di ba? Sa stream, stream feature serves as for announcement and board teacher post for update. So it contains course reminders, due dates, class cancellations, or new materials available. And fifth is the discussion boards. It set up discussion boards, makes students collaborate. So this is where teachers posted questions and students can write their answers in a comment box. So other names ani sa different LMS platforms is the discussion forum, learner forum, or simply forum lang gid siya. So next slide, Josh. So number six is the meeting rooms. It allows teacher to present lesson and discuss with students synchronously, enable learners to collaborate on a task or project. So example gyapon using G-Class or Google Classroom, moderito dayon siya in Google Meet. So ga-collaborate silang duha no si meeting rooms og si Google Classroom, and other names aning meeting rooms in a LMS platforms in a different LMS platforms is the virtual classroom, team workspace, and collaboration space. And seven is the assignment. It allows orderly giving and scoring assignments. So makita na to ang assignment folders, grading rubrics, and submission tracking to manage student work efficiently. And number eight is the people. So kaning people, kaning see who are the members of the class, get to know the learners more through their profile. So we can see who are those participants who joined our virtual discussion meetings and allow sending email reminders or message. So kani sa people no, so just like this nga atong buhat karon, so makita nato who are present, kanang who are those people who joined our virtual discussion. And number nine is the assessment or the quizzes. It administer formative and summative assessments. So where this is where i-upload ni teacher ang naka Google Forms na ang mga activities. Also link from kanang Quizlet if kanang magpa-quiz si teacher, Kahoot, that are being integrated to create online quizzes, and also auto check assessment na siya. So Example ani is the Google form, 'di ba? Kung mag-quiz ta sa Google form, if ato nang i-submit atong answers, nay uban nga makita na din nato atong score, makita nato atong wrong, makita nato atong answers, and atong kuan po dayon um feedback or mga ingana. And number 10 is the resources and add-ons. It share and store files, use apps that support or supplement the other functions of LMS. So kaning add-ons, diri mag-upload si teacher usually using Google Workspace. Apps like Docs, Drive, and Slides that can be added and shared also in Google Classroom for easy access and collaboration. So that's all with the LMS common features and functions. So I have here a question. As a future teacher, are you willing to implement LMS to your into your teaching, and why? So as a future teacher, are you willing to implement LMS into your teaching, and why? Okay, Alyssa, you are recognized.
Of course, ma'am, I will use LMS for my future classroom in order to make my classes more interactive and not too boring indeed. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Alyssa. So next slide, Josh. Okay, this part is being discussed with Vince Jewel. Thank you.
Okay, good morning everyone. Now let us proceed. So kagania is nasabtaman nato if unsa ang LMS no. No, it is an online platform that helps teacher deliver lessons, manage activities, mag-track sa student progress, and communicate with learner with one organized system. Now karon is mag-discuss ko about the role as in a role of a teacher in using an LMS. Here the first one is it organizes lessons and upload materials. No, the teacher dapat is mag-prepare siya all contents students needs for the lesson. Nga ma-upload the files, videos, links, and guide into the LMS. This makes the learning resources easier sa mga students to access anytime. It also keeps everything in one place so students don't get confused, and it helps create smooth flow sa lessons just like sa atong kaka-experience karon nga naaray Google Classroom no nara dito tanan. Next one is designs, activities, quizzes, and assignments. Teachers creates a tasks inside the LMS so students can complete them online. This helps standardize how work is submitted, and it also allows the teacher to easily check. Dali lang na ma-check sa mga teacher scores and also ma-return ng mga work sa mga students. Students get clear instruction because everything is written naman sa system na naman dito tanan. No, so dali na lang. The third one is tracks students' progress and identify learning needs because ang LMS is pakita siya og students or are keeping up or mga students nga ma-fall behind. Makita sa teachers sa mga scores, submissions, participations sa records, and it helps them understand each learner better. With this information, teacher can make adjustments, and it also guides them in giving targeted support. Next one is give timely feedback and return graded work. Teachers need scores and comments through the LMS. No, pwede man sila maka-comment dito just like sa aton GCR, may mga private comment dito. And students receive them immediately, which help them improve faster. It also makes communication clearer because everything is recorded. Next one is post announcement and communicates with students. No, ka-post lang ato ang mga instructors dito sa mga kuan or kita magamit na nato to post our activities announcement na discuss na ganyan ni Janice, and also manages the digital classroom. The uses of LMS data is to improve teaching. The LMS collects information that helps a teacher to make smarter decision. They can see patterns in students' performance. No, kung unsa ang mga sayop or unsa ang mga kalahian sa mga students. This helps them to adjust ang lesson na dayon and also ang strategy nga gabuhaton sa teacher. It also guides them in offering extra support when needed, and over time it improves overall teaching effectiveness. So next slide please. importance. Okay, so the next is the importance of LMS in education. Here is saan yung pinakauna? Ay, makes lesson and resources accessible anytime. Students can open materials whenever they need them. No, ma-open lang siya if nalang siya signal. This supports different learning paces and helps those who want to review or catch up. It also gives the student more control sa ilang learning because ma-access naman nila if ever lang na ay signal na internet connection na ma-access nila anytime if para sa nila feel mag tanaw sa ilahang mga activities or sa mga announcements sa mga instructors, sa mga teachers. Because LMS makes education more flexible na makahelp siya. The next one is keeps tasks, instructions, and records organized. All materials are stored in one system naman. So, nausa naman tanan, no? This prevents students from losing a requirement or mamising. No? Kung kuha na lang, if wala ni mo nabantayan nga na nag-post, no, mamising gid ka, then deadline na day pagkagabi. So, it makes learning more manageable lang. The teacher can also update content easily. The LMS provides a clean and organized structure for learning. Excuse. It also helps students follow deadlines and requirements. It shows due dates, mga reminders, and students always know what work on next because makita man nato dito nga kinsay mag-una nga due. No? This reduces late submissions and also teaches learners responsibility and time management. The system helps build good study habits. Kung ano lang if ang student is disregard niya ang mga deadline, no? Ay na din magbuhat basta deadline na paggabi. It also strengthens teacher-students communication. Messages and announcement are sent in real time. Ma-send naman siya dito if nalang kay signal, nalang kay internet connection. This helps clear and question faster and also keeps the class connected even outside school hours. Communication becomes more direct and also organized po siya because real time na abot kung naalang kay signal. It also supports both online and face-to-face classes. The LMS works for any learning setup. It supports on-site classes and storing all needed materials. It also works well with online or blended learning. No, magamit magyapon nato siya. Students can shift smoothly between learning modes para mahimo siyang siya flexible, no. Next one is encourages independent learning because ang mga student can review lessons on their own. Pwede ra nila nga karon nila buhaton if ever lele pang deadline sa last minute na ka mag-review, last minute na nimo ansiran or sa layo pa. No, they can read instructions without waiting for the teacher. It helps them develop self-discipline. They also learn how to manage their own progress and also this prepares them for higher levels of studies. No, because kabala man sila jud sa ilang kagalingan. And the last one here is improve school efficiency. So the LMS reduces the needs for printed materials, no, because online naman. It makes grading and record keeping easier. Teachers can finish tasks faster because everything is digital naman. If ever nga kailangan nimo i-calculate, nagkan naman tawag ma-calculate diri sa kuan, dali na lang. And also, school can track performance more easily. And all, it enhances the workflow for everyone. So, easy na lang siya for teachers and also for students po. And next slide, please. How many main points to remember? Okay. Here are the main points to remember. No, the LMS serve siya as a central hub for teaching and learning. Nga dala siya og lesson, mga tasks, communication into organized place. No, kaganiya ka discussion ni Janice, daghan kitog mga sites, apps, no. Mausan lang siya tanan. Na makatabang siya sa students nga ma-access unsang ilang mga kailangan. And for the teachers, they can manage their classes more efficiently. Everything becomes simpler to navigate because the LMS strengthens the entire learning system. And teacher use it to guide lessons and support students. The LMS helps teacher deliver more structural lessons.
and it's give them tools no nga mag-support sa different types of learners because daghan mga mga students nga lahi-lahi. They can track progress with accuracy and also dali sila ka-respond sa mga student sila mga kailangan and improve the quality of teaching. Next is students benefit from clear access and organized instruction. With everything na usa na lang, students spend less time searching information, no? Especially if maghatag na og nara dira ang mga modules nga kailangan sa mga students, no dili na sila mag-adto paglain nga mangita paglaing source no, sa internet because nausa naman lang. They can focus more on learning. Instructions become more easier to follow and also reduces confusion and also missed tasks. This leads to better study habits. And second to the last, the LMS creates a flexible and efficient learning environment. Mga students is they can learn at their own pace naman, kaganyan, no? Teachers can update lesson anytime and support different learning setups. It also simplifies the class management. The LMS makes education more adaptable. And lastly is that the LMS improve teaching practices and student outcomes. It helps teacher teach better for the students so they can learn better. This system promotes a clearer communication. It supports organized and guided learning. Students become more responsible and engaged siya sa iyahang matun-an, and it leads to better academic results. Next slide, please. Okay, now is let us proceed to TPAC, and it is akang Mark ning part. So thank you so much for listening, everyone. Mark.
Okay, before I start, may I let's accommodate Eliza for her questions or question. Eliza?
Ay, good morning, sir. Ang kanang nalang ko'y pangutan na about sa LMS. Why do you think some students become less more active when classes rely heavily on LMS, sir? Kanang, di ba, kasagara kay ang mga students bitaw kay di ba interactive kayo ang kuan LMS, ang use sa LMS. Pero napoy uban estudyante bitaw kay murag dili sila engage kung naa ang kuan. Kung ang klase bitaw kay rely lang siya heavily sa LMS.
I think it depends also to the students as well as the teachers. Kung ang students is nagid sa ilang willingness mag-learn, then naagid na sila interest niya bisan pag bisan pag unsa na siya, bisan pag perminti na siya dinaan na use og LMS, but ang student is kuan sad siya ay gusto sa gid siya mag-learn, then interested na siya. But also i-consider po gyapon nato ang factor sa teacher nga side. If ang strategy sa teacher is sa pag-use sa LMS is effective ba siya, interactive ba siya, kay dili tanan ga-use og learning management system is interactive and engaging. And also kanang i-consider pud nato ang mga distractions like sa signal, kay not all the teachers magad is naay permi nga signal, which is ang LMS gayu siya og signal. So that's why karon sa TPAC model atong i-discuss kung unsa ang mga strategies nga pwede gamiton sa teachers para ma-interactive ud engaging ang LMS. Is it are you satisfied with that, Eliza?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Eliza. So, good morning again, everyone. Today, I'll be presenting my part. My topic is TPAC model and its implication for learning management system. So, let us start. Let us first understand what is TPAC model. I know you already have idea about this TPAC. So, TPAC stands for Technological, Pedagogical Content Knowledge, emphasizing the interconnectedness of technology, pedagogy, and content knowledge in effective teaching. It's a framework that highlights how effective teaching requires a balance of the three core knowledge areas. So, who among you here already has the idea if what are these three core knowledge areas in TPACT? Anyone from the class? You may raise your hand. Bernadine?
Technological knowledge, pedagogical knowledge, and content knowledge.
Okay, that is right. The three core knowledge areas are technology, pedagogy, and content. Now, who can define or who has the idea if what is this technology, pedagogy, and content? Kasi maka-define sa tulo ang Valerie Lumayaw.
Good morning, sir. So, for my opinion, sir, TPAC model is like what, what, unsa imong knowledge sa content and unsaon nimo pag teach ana sa imong nabal-an nga content with the integration of technology, sir. That's all.
Okay, thank you, Valerie. So, content, mo ni siya ang unsa? Subject matter expertise. Ang technology, tools, and platforms that we use. And pedagogy, the teaching methods. So that's the definition of technology, pedagogy, and content. The key idea is that these elements don't work in isolation. They must intersect to create meaningful learning experiences. So dapat dili sila magbulag. In short, it starts with letter I and next is N. They are
Interconnected.
Okay, thank you so much, Bernadine. That is precisely correct. They are interconnected. Now, next slide. Let's proceed to the components of TPAC. So, these are the components of TPAC, and let's break down these these 6 components. So first is content knowledge. When we say content knowledge, these are the subject matter being taught, and the teacher must have the mastery of the subject. So what are those subjects? Math, science, English, tanan nga subject. So kani siya sa content knowledge, ang knowledge on the subject matter. Example, if math teacher ka, dapat kabalo ka sa formulas, theorems, and concepts sa math. So dapat expert ka ana nga teacher aron matudlo nimo sa mga estudyante og sakto ang formula, ang concepts ug ang theory. Kay if sa pagtudlo nimo sayop ka sa formula, then mabuild sa bata nga muna siya ang formula ana, which is sayop di ay ginagamit niya nakig ribat na siya sa iyang teacher, or unsa ba na yan ang gi-correct yang teacher, which is sayop siya. So dapat kung teacher pud ka, dapat kabaligid ka kay ulo kay nga puhon kung watudlo ka sayop ang imong formulas, gi-correct ka sa imong estudyante, kabalo na mo sa nahitabuan. So second, technological knowledge or TK. So this means understanding tools like learning management platforms, online tools, computers, apps, or interactive software. So dapat kabalo ka like sa paghimo sa PPT, paggamit sa Google Classrooms, para sakto ang paggamit nimo. Dapat comfortable ka sa paggamit sa technology para ma-integrate nimo permi sa imong lessons. So that's technological knowledge. And third is pedagogical knowledge. This means knowing how to teach. So example giun sa pag-teach, lectures ba or group work ba. So muna siya ang pedagogical knowledge, mga strategies kung undiun sa pagtudlo. Then fourth is technological content knowledge. This means using technology to teach specific content. So, nagamit ka og technology sa pag-teach sa contents. Like, unsa example, online simulation for science experiments. Unsa pang example sa technological content knowledge, we can give at least one. No one? Example sa TCK, technological content knowledge. Okay, murag nakasabot na mo tanan or wala? Oh, isa using PPTs for discussion on topic. Okay, that is right, Janice. Magaling. Catherine, last one.
YouTube, sir. Kay kanang naay mga content dito, sir, nga pwede nato i-play para for example demonstration sa mga step by step nga mga dance steps sa PE mga na, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Catherine. Sakto siya, no? Mga embedded videos nga ikuha nato sa mga websites, sa mga YouTube. So atong gibutang sa atong PPT para makita sa mga bata. That is right, Catherine. So next one is technological pedagogical knowledge, the TPK. This means using technology to enhance teaching methods. So kung kanina sa TCK, using technology to teach specific content, ang technological pedagogical knowledge po is using technology to enhance the teaching method para ma-enhance ang atong pag-teach. Example, kung nagpa-quiz ang teacher, ang iyang gigamit is unsa itong hatag ni Janice ganang example, Kahoot or yana or Quizlet kung magpa-exam ka. So instead nga maghatag ra ka og kanang paper or nga naay questions using paper and pencil, nagamit ka og Quizlet o Kahoot aron mas interactive or engaging ang ilang pag-take sa quiz o exam. Next is the last one is TPAC, technological pedagogical content knowledge. So this is the perfect blend of all three designing lessons where technology, content, and pedagogy work together. So that's the TPAC. Now, how does TPAC apply to LMS platforms? So next slide, please. So here's the concept of TPAC model. So di ba ingon ako ganina is interconnected sila, nag-intersected sila, and dili sila go work in isolation, go work together ang mga core areas sa TPAC model. So this naano siya ang TPAC model, so muna siya atong gidiscuss ganina. Then we will know now how does TPAC apply to LMS platform. So next slide, please. Okay, let's explore to these three critical considerations for learning management systems or LMS. So first is pedagogical content knowledge or PCK. This means how to integrate opportunities for peer and social learning with the LMS. So we need to consider that we need to answer the question, how can we use the LMS to promote peer and social learning? We should also consider what is my students' prior knowledge of the content? Are those with advanced knowledge within the class can help others? So, iyang ginamin ani is ginagamit og opportunities for peer and social learning unsa ang mga benefits. So example is di ba sa class kung i-peer uban-uban nimo sila na mas advanced ana. So you need to make sure nga kato siya ang isa is maka-help siya sa iyang peer using the learning management system. So we should also consider the question, how will I adapt the content to the interests and needs of my students? How can I best engage the learners' prior knowledge and develop their motivation and consider their different levels of understanding? So we all know that technology is very important, manjod, but we should it should not be more significant than the content of the lesson. So the focus should always be upon learning the content in the most effective and sustainable way. So kabalo naman ta nga importante kay ang technology ba, but giingon niya din ani is ang content jud ang pinaka-importante sa lessons kay unsaon man nato pag integrate sa technology kung walay content, walay knowledge. So og unsaon ang as most sustainable and effective way. So muna siya ang pedagogical content knowledge. So pedagogical is ang strategy nimo sa ang pag-teach sa content og ang knowledge. So that is very important. So next one is technological content. Okay, pakibalik lang. Next one is technological content knowledge. So sa pedagogical content knowledge so ang examples adto is integrating discussion boards or collaborative projects. So that are just examples. Sa technological content knowledge pod kailangan natin consider ang how well the LMS adapts to the content and supports different media formats. So it should answer the question, does the learning management system support diverse media formats? So example sa mga media or formats is video, simulations, podcast. So muna itong ganina ni Catherine na magamit ta og embedded videos to explain complex theories. So magkuha ta sa YouTube, magkuha ta sa mga videos nga atong pwede magamit sa atong lesson. So dinhi pud ani kailangan natin consider nga ang question nga, does the learning management system allow for instant updates to information such as adjustment to content, and also how accessible does the LMS allow the students to return to a lesson once they have completed it? So example is sa mga teachers nato karon nag-use sila og Google Classroom. So dito adto is ma-update nila ta sa mga lessons, and also dito pud adto is naapod sila parang post nga mga modules which is makabalik dito ang mga students, pwede maka-answer dito ang mga students og maka-review sila sa mga lessons. So that's a challenge for us also kung unsaon nato puhon kung magamit ba ta og classroom management kay boom naman kay ang technology, or maghimo ta og group chat nga gamiton for instructions, or dito nato i-post ang atong mga modules nga ang mga students is basa, maka-answer, maka-review sa lessons. So in that way, nagpabiling gyapon ang teaching even though wala na ta nag-permi og teach sa mga students. That's the importance of technological content knowledge. Then third is technological pedagogical knowledge. So this considers the question how technology can enhance interaction, engagement, and what modifications to teaching strategies are needed. So how can the learning management boost engagement? So nasabtan na nato ganina, examples ana is think pools, quizzes, breakout rooms, daghan pa kayo. So another one is also gamifying lessons with badges or progress trackers. So ang imong lessons is through gamification. So So in that way, ang students is interested sila, ang learning is interactive. So I think that's all for my part. I have a question now. So what is your understanding now to TPAC nga na-discuss naman nato? Sige. Anyone from the class? Or how do you understand TPAC? Okay, wala. How do you understand is TPAC, and also apil na sad ana ang unsa iyang important sa atong sa ato as future teacher. Okay. Ganyan sige pataas si Eliza Parba. Lahi na pud nga kuko. Lahi na pud nga kuko. Anyone from the class? How do you understand TPAC and what is its importance? Hoy mga future teacher, pag-answer mo oy. Dili pwede nga tungod kay wala si ma'am, di na mo answer. No, Valerie, kuko na pud ni Valerie nagpataas. Another. Just one lang jud. Para ma-assess na mo if nabigi natunan. Kaya basin ang uban din na natulog pa. Wake up! Okay, ikaw na lang, Eliza.
Okay. Sa akong natunan, sir, ang TPAC is mo siya ang nagpakita nga mas effective ang pagtudlo gamit ang technology. So needed nga kabalo ang teacher sa content, sa teaching strategies of technology nga iyang i-integrate, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Eliza. Sakto kayo mo answer, no? So, ang imong ginamin is kailangan kabalo ang teacher sa mga technology, kung saan nila paggamit, kung saan nila mga mas effective ang pag-deliver sa content. So, dili ang siya mo ang ay ang benefits sa TPAC, but daghan pa jud kaayo siya mga benefits and importance sa atuwa as future teacher og sa uban nga tao. So, that concludes to our part. So now we will give an activity to our GC. So please answer it in one half crosswise. So it's just a multiple choice. So that's all. Thank you so much for your attention and for participating in the class. So do you have any other concern, Janice, or wala na? Or everyone, napay question or wala na?
Wala na, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. Goodbye, everyone, and thank you for your